exemplifying what it means to be a Panther. Now, help us kick off a great evening of some Panther football. Stand up and put your hands together and sing along as we play the Bravian High School alma mater and the Panther fight song. Tonight, for every touchdown the Panthers score, the Marmiano Group will donate $50 to the Panther Athletic Fund. Thanks to the Marmies for their generous donations and continued support of Panther Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the southwest corner of the field, where the Panthers will enter onto the field through the Clint Boiler Memorial Tunnel. At this time, please stand if you are able, remove your hats and place your hand over your heart, and join the Panther Pride Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Grant Matthews as we honor America and all of our veterans and military personnel serving around the world with the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, your captains this evening. For Hayes, number 2, Johnny Cano. Number 8, Cooper Lindenmeyer. Number 22, Dalton Myers. And number 45, Wayne Kirkpatrick. For the Panthers, number 12, Daxton Minton. Number 14, Ian Dreamer. Number 51, Trenton Kern. And number 58, Aiden Davidson. Your head coaches this evening for the Indians, Tony Crow. And for the Panthers, Aaron Beck. Your officials this evening, Brian Begston, Brad Steenson, Lucas Sawyer, Derek Sawyer, and Travis. Kicking off for Hayes, number 38, Carson Moore. Back deep for the Panthers, number 2, Cooper Omar, and number 14, Ian Lehman. On the return for the Panthers, number 2, Cooper Omar. Hayes tacklers include number 3, Kamani Jones, and number 8, Cooper Lindenmeyer. First down, Panthers. Panther ball carrier, Jackson hit. Initial hit on the play for Hayes was made by number 45, Wyatt Kirkpatrick. Third down, Panthers. Pass complete to number 14, Ian Creamer. To Creamer, reception is given up for a Panther. First down. Number 22, batted down by number 45, Wyatt Kirkpatrick. Pass intended to number 8, Hayden Kelly. Back to punt for the Panthers, number 11, Cohen Rabordi. Back deep for Hayes, number 8, Cooper Lindenmeyer. The punt is down by number 58, Aiden Davidson. First down, Indians. Ball carrier, number 23, Holden Wind. Initial hit on the play for the Panthers, Ian Creamer, with help from number 51, Trent Kern. Hayes ball carrier, number 23, Holden Lynn. Initial hit on the play for the Panthers is made by number 58, Aiden Davidson, with help from number 24, Jackson Wandra. Indian ball carrier, number 23, Holden Lynn. Tackle on the play for the Panthers was made by number 51, Trenton Bird. Third down, Hayes. Hayes ball carrier, number 4, Ian McGuire. Initial hit on the play for the Panthers was made by Trenton Kern with help from number 56, Blaine Inslee. Fourth down. Pass complete to Cooper Omar. Initial hit on the play for the Indians, number 3, Kamani Jones, and number 54, Jackson Chartier. Panther ball carrier, number 1, Jay Sharp. Initial hit on the play for the Indians was made by number 54, Jackson Chartier. Offside, defense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. Panther ball carrier, number 12, Jackson Minton. Indian tackler, number 48, Tanner Geist. And number 56, Jack Zeller. Back to punt for the Panthers, Cohen Raborti. Back deep for the Indians, Cooper Lindenmeyer.
Couple 3 and outs.
Down by number 58, Aiden Davidson. First down, Hayes.
Great Bend Panthers from Memorial Stadium. First and 10. Shotgun formation is Carter Graham. Off to his left is Holden. Passes Graham.
Pass is batted down by number 7. Cole Kern.
Screen dump right behind me. Kel Kern did a great job of getting his hands high and break up that. Now 10.
Indian ball carrier number 23, Holden Lynn. Panther tacklers include Hayden Kelly and Ian Freeman.
yards this far. Third, and we'll call it a long 4 from the 49-yard line. The ball in Great Bend territory in motion. Now sets on the far sideline as Parker McGuire. We're going to have the official wave his hands, and we're going to have a illegal motion against the Hayes High Indians. So Hayes High penalized for the second time this evening. The only 2 penalties of the game thus far. That backs them up again. That cost them on their last drive, and let's see if Great Bend can get them a fourth 3 and out here.
Such a huge play for the defense to have Hayes jump offside. That again, the playbook gets a lot different 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and 5.
Shotgun formation once again for the senior quarterback, Carter Graham. He's 5'11", 200 pounds. He's standing at the 40-yard line. The line of scrimmage is in the 45. They're going to fake the hand. Oh, no, they give the handoff to, that is Ian McGuire. And McGuire back to the midfield stripe, so he gets a penalty yardage back. It's going to bring up a decision for Tony Coe on a 4th and 5 ball right at the midfield stripe.
And again, this is one of those situations, if you're in the stands, you're going to see that they're lining up, and it looks like they're going to go for it. Hayes a lot of times doesn't line up in a traditional punt formation. What they'll do is they'll come up to the line of scrimmage and they'll read, and if they've got numbers and potentially a play that they can run, they'll do that. If not, they'll do what is called a quick kick and just punt it off the action.
That's what they did last time with Carter Graham. This time he's going to do the same thing. He gets it away as Cooper Omont will chase it back, and it bounces at the 2-yard line. It dies. Did it go into the end zone? Oh, boy. Great Bend with a break there. That ball died about the half-yard line, and maybe the wind pushed it across the goal line. I'm not sure, but Great Bend has a 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And that was a lot of luck, but that's what we were talking about before the game, is that, you know, you get this wind at your back, you're going to be able to punt it, and thank goodness the wind, because I do believe he had just enough of a backspin on that punt. It kind of looked like me when I hit my pitching wedge. It hit and checked back, and if you believe that, I got some land to sell you that's out by Lake Barton. But no, it checked up nicely, and it looked like they were going to pin him inside the 1, but that wind just pushed the ball over the goal line.
2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Neither team has moved. Hayes High has the first down in the contest. Great Bend has yet to gain a first down. Hand off to Jay Sharks. Sharks tries to break out to the outside. This time he gets outside the hash marks, and it's going to be down at the 23. That'll be a gain of 3 for Jay Sharks. As Great Bend. Only big play they've had really thus far was a completion from Daxton Minton to Ian Premer for 5 yards, and Daxton Minton with a couple of runs.
Well, Hayes is doing a nice job. Yeah, they've only got 3 down linemen, but those 3 linemen are shooting different gaps, and the linebackers are flopping to different responsibilities, different hole containments. So it's kind of tough for those linemen to figure the game out. Sharks did a nice job of bouncing that around to the outside.
Empty backfield for Dax Minton. He has 4 receivers split out to the near side, and Ian Premer all alone on the far sideline on a 2nd down and 8. Minton with a quick pass. It's going to be overthrown, almost intercepted. Went through the hands of Jacob Hall, and then almost with the interception for the Hayes High Indians. That was Kamani Jones, and it brings up a 3rd down and 8.
You know, and against a defense like that, the Panthers did a nice job because, again, they expected Hayes to bring all kinds of pressure out there on that little quick screen. Instead, Hall just kind of slips into a void and sets himself down. Minton's just got to do a little bit better job of keeping his feet underneath him. They call that happy feet. He started chopping around, and he had plenty of time to sit back there and deliver a good ball. Instead, he kind of rolls out here and threw a little bit off balance, and the ball sailed a little bit high.
Connor Holliday in replacing Jay Sharts on this 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 22-yard line. GBHS in their territory. Has a man open over the middle. It's Jacob Hall. Jacob out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Great Bend with their first down as the Panthers complete a pass from Daxton Minton to Jacob Hall. Good for 26 yards and a 1st down.
What happens when the linebackers come? We talked about this before. SA, you make a side adjustment, and right there, Hall, the linebackers came. Nobody in the middle of the field. Hall running up the middle of the field displaces the lanes where the linebackers were. Minton did a great job of delivering the ball, putting it right on the 5, and a big 1st down for the Panthers.
First down of the contest for GBHS. Ball out now near the midfield stripe at the Great Bend 49-yard line. Once again, 4 receivers to the near sideline. This time Minton does a quarterback draw. He's able to maneuver and get close to a 1st down. Nice job of just kind of letting the traffic clear, and then Dax Minton maneuvering around that traffic is to the 40-yard line of Hayes. That's a 1st down on an 11-yard pickup.
And again, those old linemen are down, or the D-line is down there. They're playing little games. They're swirling around to the outside doing stunts, and the backers are coming through. Minton did a nice job of letting all the gamesmanship happen. He stood strong in the pocket, and then the linemen were able to get to the 2nd level, wall off a few linebackers, and the Panthers pick up another 1st down.
Great Bend moving north to south. That's into the wind. It's a 20-mile-an-hour wind. This handoff to Jay Sharks. He's able to break a couple of tackles. He falls inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 7. And Great Bend moving the football on their 3rd possession.
How do you run the ball in a rivalry game? When you come up against 2 defenders, you don't try to outrun them to the sideline. You lower your head and you take them both on. Jay Sharts, nice job getting up the field, picking up about 8 yards for the Panthers.
Game time temperature was 72 degrees. Winds without a south to southeast at 20 miles an hour. Can't see the flag at this point. It's still blowing pretty good out there. It should be lit, shouldn't it? Isn't the flag at night supposed to be lit?
I believe you're right.
Okay, that's what it matters. 2nd down and 2. The ball at the Hayes High 32-yard line. This time Daxton Minton will keep it around the far sideline. He has a 1st down as he falls to the 25. Hayes High is jumping around, and it looks like Dax Minton fumbled the football, and now they do signal it'll be Hayes High football as Daxton Minton on the turnover. So Hayes High able to stop that Great Bend drive with a turnover.
Well, and that's unfortunate because the Panthers had definitely figured something out. They were doing a great job of running the ball, and really that's what you're going to see is call it the Wildcat, call it what have you, but your quarterback becomes your runner, because at that point the numbers tied out and you've got one extra blocker, where before if you just hand the ball off, the quarterback typically stands in the back and is watching. Now everybody's involved and they're able to move that.
Forward, that was the running back Lynn, and that will be the end of the 1st quarter as Lynn gets a yard on the play to the 28. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 when we come back for quarter number 2. Great Bend and Hayes scoreless after 12 minutes. We'll return to Memorial Stadium after this. Panther Sports is powered by Equity Bank. They never forget it's your money.
Empire Andrews, class of 2035. Empire LT is a proud support of Great Bend High School. When you're ready to buy or sell your home, call Empire LT. My dad and the Empire team are ready to help you find your next home. Go Panthers!
The Great Bend Rec Center is a proud sponsor of this Great Bend High broadcast. And whether it be on the gridiron, courts, or the green, they would like to wish all Panther athletes competing.
Great Bend Sports on B1043 The Point, brought to you by Keller Real Estate and Insurance Agency, Insurance Planning, Equity Bank, and the 10th Street Eye Care Center.
Just a really nice job right there by both defenses. The defenses are going out, executing a game plan. We can kind of see both offenses are starting to feel things out and trying to make the adjustments. But, first quarter was
Hayes ball carrier, number 23, Holden Lynn. Panther tacklers include Cale Kern and Connor Holliday.
Our Connor Holliday is a 6 foot, 190-pound junior, and he was taking on Connor Weber, a 6'5", 280-pound junior for Hayes.
3rd down and 3, ball at the 35-yard line as they hand off to Lind again. This time he's going to be drugged down in the backfield. Making the tackle was Aiden Davidson, and I kind of missed who was there first, but there was somebody tracking him, but Aiden Davidson is the one that got him to the ground. That's going to be a loss on the play, and Great Bend holding Hayes brings up a 4th down punting situation.
And just an awesome job right there by Inslee. He was the initial Panther that was back in the backfield creating the havoc. They broke down containment, and Aiden Davidson quick to the ball to stop him and bring up a 4th down.
Well, Hayes High once again will come to the line of scrimmage as they're going to run a play. They've done this a couple other times, but they end up doing the quick kick, and they will do that again. The ball is in the air, and it hits at the 35-yard line and takes a bounce back for Great Bend. So Great Bend will start this possession 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. And now they will have the wind at their back here in their first possession of the second quarter. 10:43 to play in the half. No score between Great Bend and Hayes High.
Well, and there you go. When you flip the field and you're kicking into the wind, it was actually a pretty nice job. That ball, traveled 10, 20, 30, 40, about 43 yards. So they did do a good job. That could have been a lot worse. But now the Panther, they have their offense on. They had a little feel of some things that they could hurt that defense with. And you've got the wind at your back. So it'll be interesting to see how we come out and what we can do to this defense.
Aaron Beck and Tony Crow. Chess matches on here early second quarter. No score between GBHS and HHS. Long-time rivals. Quick pass out here to Cooper Omont. And a nice job of coming up and making the tackle for the Hayes High Indians. That was Kamani Jones. And that's going to be a loss of a couple on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 12.
Well, the whole idea of a quick screen is you got to have a body on the one cornerback that is out here. And usually that's the only guy you got to block. But there was a mix-up out here in the play. Omok caught the ball, but everybody ran by Kamani, and he was able just to fold right in untouched and drop Omok for a loss of 2.
Omont has 2 receptions for -3 yards. Both receptions he has had have been for losses. Great Bend's they've had a couple positive plays. Premer had a catch for 5, and then Hall with a big catch for 26. 2nd down and 12. Ball at the Great Bend 34-yard line. Mitten with a quick pass out to the far sideline looking for Ian Premer, but it's knocked away there by the Hayes High Indians. That was Johnny Rigler, I believe, with the deflection to bring up a 3rd down and long for GBHS.
Well, it was a good thing that Mitten threw that to the outside shoulder of Premer because, again, we motioned that inside receiver away, and that's the only guy that's going to hold Rigler, number 1, the outside force player for Hayes High. And really, when you motion away, they didn't bounce anybody, so it's a zone. That guy, he's just sitting on his heels, and the ball, unfortunately, about went right to him.
3rd down, 12 for Great Bend. 3 receivers split to the far sideline, 1 to the near. Now everybody checks with the players holding up signs on the near sideline as Aaron Beck now will talk things over with the official and do the old cross. He wants a timeout. So with 9:52 to play in the first half, Great Bend 0, Hayes High 0. Panther Sports on B1043 is powered by Equity Bank. They never forget it's your money. We'll be right back to Memorial Stadium after this.
Looking for the best carpet, upholstery, and tile cleaning? Magna Dry Cleaning Service is your go-to in Great Bend. They also handle water and fire restoration and job site cleanup. For a cleaner, fresher home or business, visit us at 18th and Main. Magna Dry Cleaning Service, your clean begins here.
Sutherland staff and knowledgeable experts can help you plan any project. When it comes to home improvement and building materials, remember Sutherland's of Great Bend, a proud supporter of Panther Sports. Sutherland's helping America build it better since 1917.
Great Bend Panther football is on your station that rocks. B1043, The Point.
Alongside Sean Bear, I'm Mike Hesher. Almost 7:30 on your Friday evening. We thank you for spending a little bit of your Friday evening with us as we bring you GBHS and Hayes High from Memorial Stadium in Great Bend. Panther Sports on B1043, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Comfort Fro, Delgado's Mexican Restaurant, and the Great Bend Rec. 3rd down and 12. Aaron Beck thought it was important enough on the third down play to call timeout for GBHS. He has 4 receivers split to the far sideline. Looking downfield, he's going to go deep for Premer. Premer is there. The ball's going to be overthrown. He gave it a good effort, but the ball falls to the field turf incomplete. And brings up a 4th down position for the Great Bend Panthers. Completing 65% of his passes coming into tonight's game. Thus far, Daxton Minton is 2 out of 7.
Well, and that one right there, that ball just hung up in the air and got pushed a little bit towards the sideline with that south wind. A great pass, a good run, good route. It was just a go route right behind him. But, you know, Hayes is playing this umbrella type quarter, half defense, cover 4, what have you, call it whatever your nomenclature is. But the weakness of that defense is throwing the ball right down the middle.
Cohen Raborti gets the punt away. This time he has the wind at his back. It's a high kick. It's going to be caught out there by the good block, and a flag does fly down. It's all the way on the left side. Going to return this one across the midfield stripe down to the 35-yard line. He fumbled the football, so we'll see what happens here. There is a flag on the play. Great Bend says they have it. Hayes High says they have it. And we'll see what the officials decide. Those are the only ones that count. And the official with the white hat does say with the right arm, Hayes High recovered. But there is a flag sitting all the way back at the Hayes High 27-yard line.
Boy, you could just see that play developing, and that wall was set over there on that left side of the field. And if he could get to that first blocker, there was no doubt he was going to be able to hit the wall. But the peel back block that took out Hall was a little high, and I'm not so sure that isn't a targeting up above the shoulders called by the white hat who made that call, and it's going to bring Hayes all the way back inside the 20-yard line.
Flag was at the 27, so they'll mark off 10 yards, and actually going to mark off 15. It's going to be back inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. That's where Hayes High will start this possession. As I see Hosea Bustamante. How do you pronounce his first name? Jose Bustamante is in.
Josue Bustamante.
They said he would play a little bit here. He's Aaron Beck trying to get some of his starters some rest here occasionally during this contest, because they do play both ways. Hayes High doesn't really. And off to Holden Lynn. And Lynn is going to be drugged down. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but that defensive front 5 of the Great Bend Panthers right there to make the tackle. As quickly back for the Great Bend Panthers now comes Owen Kaiser.
Just a great job by Kaiser down there. Got wrapped around the ankles of the ball carrier for Hayes, and you know that's one of those plays where a linebacker just licks his chop, because he can just come in there and clean that play up over the top.
No gain on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 10. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. Back to pass is Carter Graham looking downfield, being pressured, has a man out in the flat, is going to be caught out there, making a mad dash toward the sidelines. He's across the 35 and knocked down there. With the reception is Johnny Cano, and Johnny Cano has a big play for the Hayes High Indians, but the officials are waving their hands. I don't see a flag out there, but they're acting like there is a flag. Officials are going to talk about it, and Hayes High is kind of backing up, and so we might have another infraction against the Hayes High Indians. I have them for 4. This will be their 4th penalty, if it is actually a penalty against Hayes High. If not, it's a big play for the Indians.
Yeah, very well drawn up play. Just came and brought a drag route against the flow of the play, and it looked like maybe one of their offensive linemen had gotten downfield early.
It's going to be a half the distance to the goal mark. I've called it a 7-yard penalty. That is 4 penalties against Hayes High for 32 yards, and all of them have been kind of hurtful for the Hayes High Indians.
It'll probably be good to note that the officiating crew is not from Barton County. They are nowhere near, do they live or are domiciled in the area of Barton County or Great Bend. So there is no homering going on.
2nd down and 17, ball all the way back to the Hayes High 7-yard line. They're going to hand off to Holden Lynn. He's going to be knocked down in the backfield. Trenton Kern, who actually leads the league in tackles, does it again. This is a tackle for a loss. It's going to be a 3rd down long for Hayes High.
All kinds of penetration. Good job. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah, I mean, that got me excited too. Trenton Kern shot that gap and was back there right in the face of the ball carrier for Hayes High. It almost looked like he stumbled. He got so deep into the backfield that he stumbled to his knees and was able just to wrap him up enough and bring the running back down and bring up a huge 3rd and 17.
Holden Lynn unofficially 8 carries for 25 yards thus far. As they have back in shotgun formation is the quarterback. Back to pass, has some time. Going downfield, has a man out there. It's going to be underthrown and deflected. A couple of Panthers right there defensively. Ian Premer along with Hayden Kelly were there defensively. Ball might have been held up by the wind, but Johnny Cano was behind the Great Bend defenders.
He was behind the defenders, but both defenders had pulled up because they realized that the ball was going to be short. But you're right, the ball went up and hung, and I'll be honest with you, that is a big play because if Premer or Holiday are able to pick that up, they're going to return that ball. There was nobody down that right side of the ball, but again, they got airborne, and all of a sudden they just couldn't stay airborne long enough, and that ball fell incomplete.
Hayes High back in punt formation this time. We have 7:35 remaining in the first half. No score. It's a low spinning kick. Hits at the 35-yard line. Picked up by Cooper Omar. He has a hole. He's inside the 25. Has a path to the goal line, but he's going to be knocked down. Ball comes out. He still has a great pass. Has it. 1st and 10 at the Hayes High 15-yard line.
And here we go. This is where that low line drive kick, Cooper did a great job of picking that up. If he lets that go, that's the worst thing that can happen because that ball's going to run out another 15 to 20 yards. Cooper picks it up, feigns to the outside, makes one cut, takes it right down the center of the field, and gives the Panthers amazing starting field position at the 15.
7:25 to play, first half. Nobody has scored yet. This is the best scoring chance for either team. Great Bend has it 1st and 10 at the Hayes High 15. Once again, 4 receivers to the far sideline. Ian Premer will be set up to the near side as the lone receiver. Empty backfield. Dax Minton will just take the football, run to the corner, and he's going to be knocked down for a loss, making the tackle for the Hayes High Indians. That was Tim McCautry leading the charge. Going to bring up a loss of 1 on the play for Daxton Minton. 2nd down and 11.
Sure like to see Jace Sharch just back there all by himself in the backfield if you're going to run that play. Number one, you don't want to get your quarterback beat up, and I think Jay Sharts has just a little bit more speed to be able to press that corner. But the Panthers have the right idea. That's exactly how you want to attack it, is that you've got one extra blocker than the other. They just need to get to that corner quicker and honestly do a better job of sealing that to the inside.
2nd down 11, ball at the Hayes High 16-yard line. Best scoring chance for either team thus far. Daxton Minton rolling out to his right, looking now, being pressured, and he's going to be knocked down. He thought about getting rid of him, unable to do so, and on the far sideline making a big play for the Hayes High Indians. Can't quite get the number there for Hayes High, but it's going to bring a loss of about 5 on the play, bring up a 3rd down and long for GBHS.
That's one where on film on Monday they're going to say, get rid of the football. Throw the football. You're well outside the pocket. You're well outside. There's 3 guys standing over there on the sidelines. Go ahead and just chuck that over to the concession stand over across the field, but do not take a sack, because now the Panthers, where they had first from the 15-yard line, are looking at a 3rd from the 25.
3rd down and 20 at the 25-yard line, as Sean mentioned. Daxton Minton, shotgun formation. Once again, Premer to the far sideline, all by himself, back to pass. Being pressured. He steps up and looking down the field, throws it up in the air as Premer tries to make the catch, unable to do so in the far corner of the end zone. It's going to bring up a 4th down for GBHS, and we'll see what Aaron Beck does here. He says his place kicker, Diego Soto, is a good from about 25, 30 yards out. This will be a 32-yarder if attempted, so we'll see if Great Bend goes for it here.
Well, this is where you just go and you got to create your matchup by finding the defender that you want to pinpoint and stick Premer out there. And typically, you want Premer to go up against maybe the shortest defender, and you're just going to hang this one up there and hope for a pass interference to get you a little bit closer, or a slam dunk in the end zone that scores a touchdown.
5:42 to play, first half, no score. Great Bend had a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now they face a 4th down and long. Minton throws it up, and it's going to be out there. Man, it's open. Did he make the catch? Yes! Touchdown in the end zone. That was Cooper Omar making the catch. I wasn't sure he got his foot down. Looked like he might have bobbled it as well. But it doesn't matter what I think. It's a touchdown for the Great Bend Panthers, and they come up big on a 4th down and long.
Nice job. They actually used Premer as a decoy, brought him to the inside route, The defense followed Premier to the inside. Olmach slips out of the back, or slips out to the flat, runs a wheel route, turns it up the field, and Dax Minton drops a dime in the back of the corner of the end zone for the touchdown for the Panthers.
Diego Soto on to attempt the point after touchdown. Holder is Hayden Kelly. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So Great Bend at the 5:36 mark of the first half. They score the first points of the game. Great Bend is 7, Hayes High nothing. We'll be right back to Memorial Stadium after this. Panther Sports on B103. Brought to you by Equity Bank, because they never forget it's your money.
Freedom Claims Management Incorporated proudly supports Great Bend Panther sports. Let the experienced and dedicated staff at FCMI customize a health insurance plan that fits your business needs. Whether you're a large corporation or small business on Main Street, Freedom Claims Management Incorporated has you covered.
Advanced Truck and Diesel is proud to sponsor this Great Bend High Panther broadcast. Good luck to all the Panthers competing this fall. Work hard, represent our community well, and remember, at Advanced Truck and Diesel, we swing the big wrenches. The official home of Panther football is B1043, The Point.
Thrown to him, and it just kept going.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Great Bend goes 4 plays, 15 yards, a minute 51, but it was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Dax Minton to Cooper Omar, and Great Bend goes out on top by a score of 7-0 for Dax Minton. That is his 13th touchdown pass of the season, and for Cooper Omar, that is his 4th receiving touchdown of the year. So Great Bend able to capitalize on the poor punt, and nice return by Cooper Omar. Took it 4 downs to get there, but they scored the touchdown. They lead at 7-0 as the kick is in the air. It's going to be taken right at the goal line. Official says he can play up the left side. He has a big hole out across the 35, was finally knocked down by at the 39-yard line for the Great Bend Panthers. As Ian McGuire with the return, he's to the... They're going to mark it right at the 40. That's where Hayes High will start this possession, 1st and 10 at their own 40. They're now trailing 7-0.
Nice job by Razzo to pound that ball down there deep. Only problem is that the ball didn't cross the end zone line. The back, for sure, the return man had 1 foot back there, but I guess if the ball doesn't cross it, and this is one for Wetzel, then they can bring it out of the end zone, and they certainly did and got great starting field position. He
was right on the goal line, no question there. They fake the handoff this time. Carter Graham keeps it. He makes a man miss. He's out across the midfield stripe. And a nice tackle from behind by the Great Bend Panthers. That was Jackson Wandra with the shoestring tackle. Gain of a 12 on the play for HHS. Ball in Great Bend territory at the 48.
Nice job by Dawson Reuter for Hayes right there, just staying with the block. Stayed on the outside linebacker and was able to drive him out and give enough room for the Hayes to pick up a first down.
5:17 to play, first half. Great Bend leading 7-0. Handoff to Holden, and he gets to the outside, cuts up at the numbers, falls forward to the 42-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 for Hayes High.
Just a nice job of Lind right there, using his speed to the outside. It didn't look like they had it really blocked well toward the outside, but Lind was able to outrun the linebacker pursuit for the Panthers.
2nd down, call it 4 after the 6-yard pickoff. Handoff to Lind again. He has a hole on the left side, makes a man miss, cuts up at the numbers and falls down to the 31-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 12 for the Hayes High Indians. They have a 1st and 10 at the 31 as they start to pick up the pace of play here. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line for Hayes High. This handoff going to Lind. He's able to keep his balance, almost stumbled. He's inside the 20 and falls down to the spotted at the 16. So Hayes High making quick work after falling down 7-0. They've already driven the ball from their own 40 to the Great Bend 15-yard line.
Picking up the pace, and they're getting the Panthers a little bit winded here. You can see a lot of hands on hips, and guys that have been going both ways right now are having to reach deep into those tanks. A defender had a great shot at Lind 4 yards deep in the backfield, but wasn't able to bring him down with an arm tackle.
Ian McGuire now in the backfield. He gets the handoff. No, Carter Graham will keep this one. Moves to the right side. He gets inside the 15, falls forward to the 13. They're making the tackle for the Great Bend Panthers. That was Cale Kern and Trenton Kern.
Cale Kern and Trenton Kern, and they invited Owen Kaiser along for the ride, and he was able to fly in there and get a little piece of that stop as well.
Give Carter Graham a 2-yard pickup on the play. It is a 2nd down and 8. at the 13-yard line. Hayes moving into the wind, left to right, back to passes. Graham has plenty of time now, being chased from behind. He's going to get into the back of the end zone. Almost intercepted. Getting a hand on the football. There was a receiver behind him, but that was going to be Great Bend's Jacob Hall. You've seen it several times this year. Oh, excuse me, that was Hayden Kelly. He was around the ball and knocked it down as the defender was open behind him.
And that's one of those plays where, hey, great job, way to break up the play defensively. But, in big games, you got to make that interception because that was right in his hands. Should have been able to pull that down, and you got to have that interception. But nice job by Trenton Kern getting around the outside and putting all kinds of pressure and being up in the face of Graham and making him throw that ball just a little short.
Two receivers split to the far, one to the near on a 3rd down and 8, 3:37 to play. First half, Great Bend on top by a score of 7-0. High snap pulled down by Graham. He hands off, almost drugged down in the backfield by Connor Holliday, but Holden Lynn able to fall inside the 10. They're going to mark him at the 9. That'll be a pickup of 4, bringing up a 4th down and 4 for HHS at the Great Bend 9-yard line.
Huge play defensively here for the Panther defense. Nice job by Holliday to get plenty of penetration in that backfield. Again, you've got to make those tackles in these big football games. Even a missed tackle like that can result in a touchdown.
Ball just inside the 10-yard line on a 4th down and 5 for HHS as Carter Graham now will look to the far sideline and Tony Crow for a signal. Now everybody's set with 6 seconds on the play clock. Now everybody will look back over to Tony Crow with 2 seconds on the play clock, and Hayes High will utilize a timeout. 2:48 to play in the first half. Great Bend on top of Hayes High by a score of 7-0. We'll be right back to Memorial Stadium in Great Bend after this. Panther Sports on P1043, powered by Equity Bank. They never forget. It's your money.
Rosenberg Family Dentistry, proud supporters of Great Bend Panther Sports, provides top-notch dental care with advanced technology and expert training in implants and laser dentistry. Your smile is their priority. Rosenberg Family Dentistry. Get more out of life with a great smile.
Delgado's Mexican Restaurant, 10th and Stone Street, is a proud supporter of Great Bend High School Panthers. Delgado's open for lunch 11 to 1:30 and dinner from 5 to 8 Monday through Friday. And for catering, give them a call and taco about it. Delgado's.
It's Panthers football on B1043 The Point.
Panther football on B1043 The Point, brought to you by Edward Jones, Don Pike Testing, the University of Kansas Health System, and the Field House, as we have 2:48 to play.
Did you get the touchdown, the Delgado's touchdown?
I did not. Thank you.
I heard that ad and I got hungry for a taco.
Well, you guys know what to do. You need to not pay attention to me. It is a 4th down and 5. The ball at the 10-yard line. They fake the handoff. Back to passes. Graham has a man open looking for Parker McGuire. Now has to scramble. Has a man open. It's going to be caught and belted. I believe he's going to have the first down. Depends on where they mark it. That's going to be the old left foot, right foot. The pass was caught out there by Holden Lynn. I missed who made that tackle, and they spot the ball just outside the 5. Great Bend says he's short. The officials are the ones that make the call, and the white hat says, Great Bend, you are wrong. It is a 1st and goal for Hayes High at the 5.
It's one of those, if I'm a coach, I'm saying, hey, let's bring the chains across, because I'm looking and it looks like the chain is a little over the 5-yard line, and the ball's nose is just touching the 5-yard line. I'd ask for a measurement, if anything, just to give my defense a little bit more wind underneath them.
2:29 to play first half. Hayes High threatening. Great Bend leads at 7-0. Carter Graham, shotgun formation, has Carter Graham keeps it this time, makes the move outside the hash marks, and he's going to be pushed back as he got down to the 2 as a Hayes High helmet flies off. It's going to be a gain of 3 on the play for the quarterback. Carter Graham brings up a 2nd down and goal from the 3.
Boy, Graham got in there into a big pile of Panthers, and I saw a helmet fly. I saw a mouthpiece fly. His head stayed attached to his body, but there was a lot of Panthers in there driving that pile backwards, trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Well, we will tell you, if you did not know, be the 3rd person to text 620-6396-WIN, and you'll win a free meal from a Delgado's Mexican Restaurant. And we'll see if Landon Winkler gets us that information here shortly, as he already has. It looks like somebody new to text that number. Looks like Samantha Knob. 2nd down and goal from the 3, and now the official on the far sideline comes running in, waving his hands, and I believe Tony Crow will call a timeout. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to play first half. Great Bend 7, Hayes High nothing. We'll be back to Memorial Stadium right after this. Panther Sports is powered by Equity Bank. They never forget it's your money.
Keller Real Estate and Insurance Agency is proud to support this Panther broadcast. If you are looking for residential, commercial, or farm properties, turn to Keller Real Estate and Insurance Agency, 1101 Williams in Great Bend.
Dom Pipe Testing is proud to bring you live coverage of Panther sports. Dom Pipe Testing provides hot oil or steaming hydro testing and rack testing services in oil field and beyond. For quick, reliable service, call Dom Pipe Testing and go Panthers.
Great Bend Panther football is on your station that rocks. B1043, The Point.
Right, Sean Bear on Mike Escher. It is a second down and goal from inside the 2 for the Hayes High Indians. HHS trailing Great Bend by a score of 7-0 as Great Bend able to score on their last possession, and Hayes High is immediately answered with a long, well, about a 60-yard drive. They started at their own 40, so they're now got it first and goal, or second down and goal inside the 2. As Carter Graham, the quarterback, will hand off to, in the backfield, a tackle made, handoff going to Ian McGuire. He's knocked down for a loss on the play. And it's going to break a third down and goal. This ball all the way back to the 3, back to the 4, a loss of 3.
I do not know how Trenton Kern got to the angle that he did to be able to fold into that play from his middle linebacker position, but he shot a gap and came flying right through and hit the ball carrier right in the mouth and dropped him for a 2-yard loss.
Actually, I think that was Johnny Cano with the carry. Third down and goal from the 4 for HHS. Carter Graham in shotgun formation. He'll hand off. Nope, he'll keep it this time. Comes to the right sideline. Can't get to the outside. We're going to have a penalty called against the Hayes High Indians as making the tackle there. Cooper Omar there along with Cale Kern and a host of other Panthers as the side official threw the flag. Cooper Omar clapping his hands. I think we have a hold going against the Hayes High Indians, and that will be, if my count right, that's the 5th penalty against Hayes High if it goes against Hayes High.
Does look like they're there. The white cap is saying holding on White, and I watched the offensive linemen. The offensive linemen were perfectly fine. It was one of actually the perimeter players out there grabbed our cornerback and kept him, Cooper Omach, from getting in there. So the offensive line did a nice job of just scoop stepping, keeping it outside, and basically snow plowing the Panther defense. But it was a perimeter player that actually wrapped and grabbed one of our corners from coming up and trying to make the play.
Ball back to the 13-yard line. It's the third down and goal from the 13. 1:15 to play here in quarter number 2. They've been on top by a score of 7-0. Carter Graham back to pass, looking to the far sideline. The ball's in the air, and it's going to be... No, the ball hit the turf, making a diving attempt. Thought he came back and maybe had the catch, but the official right there says, no, Johnny Cano, you did not make the catch. That's going to bring up a fourth down and 13 for HHS at the Great Bend 13-yard line.
Just a lot of guys I'd throw out. Number 5 is not them. If he would have saw that, you know how he's got a nose for the football. I was getting ready right before that play to tell you that I think it's Hall time. Hall's going to get another one right here, but they did. They tried to run the same wheel route that Great Bend ran. The ball, again, was thrown behind, but the receiver almost made a good adjustment and came back to it, but the ball did fall short and brings up a 4th and goal here.
68 seconds remaining. Great Bend on top by a score of 7-0, trying to hold Hayes High out of the end zone. And now we're going to have Aaron Beck, I believe, utilize a timeout. 68 seconds to play, second quarter. HHS trailing Great Bend by a score of 7-0. And Great Bend Sports brought to you on B1043, The Point, by several people. I'll get to the right people here in a minute. I got papers all over the place. Scott's Welding Service, American Plains Co-op, Farmers Bank and Trust, and Innovative Livestock Services. Panther Sports powered by Equity Bank. They never forget it's your...
Great Bend Ready Mix has been serving Central and Western Kansas since 1979. Their concrete pumping trucks are ready for a job of any size. Just north of the tracks on South Washington. Every solid foundation starts with a call to Great Bend Ready Mix. Find out more at greatbendreadymix.com.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
The official home of Panther football is B1043, The Point.
All right, here we go. Sean Barrett, Mike Escher. It's a 4th down and goal from the 13 for Hayes High at the Great Bend 13-yard line. This time Carter Graham under the center and throw a pass out into the flat, and it's a lateral, so he can throw it into the end zone. The man's out there. It's going to be knocked away, and the Panthers on a hold as they were looking for Parker McGuire, the tight end for Hayes High, as the pass was thrown by Braden Meckel. It was a little high, incomplete, and Great Bend with a big hold. Fourth down. It was the first and goal at the 2, and Great Bend able to hold.
Put an asterisk right there by that defensive stand for the season, the WAC championship, because that was absolutely huge. Great job. You know the Panthers see that often throughout the week because they run that double pass on their own. Hayes did a good job, had it set up well. The ball there again hung, and I couldn't tell if it was it Premer back there in the back corner of the end zone? It was either Premer, and I saw Kern running away, but whoever it was did a great job of going up and high pointing that ball and knocking it down. And we've got a little break in the action as it looks like one of the Hayes players is down over on the 10-yard line.
He is right on the 0 of the 10 across the way. 60 seconds to go. Great Bend leading Hayes High by a score of 7-0. Great Bend scored on a 25-yard touchdown pass from Daxton Minton to Cooper Omot. That was the 5:36 mark of the second quarter. That's been our only scoring thus far, as I believe Kevin Supisi is over there as well, and that was actually the young man who threw the pass. That is Braden Meckel. He's up off the field turf and headed to the far sideline for Hayes High. So Great Bend will have a 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line. And even though the wind is at their back, would you just not maybe?
I would honestly take it 7 up to the locker room right here. They've only got one timeout. They can only stop the clock one time. I would just snap it. If he wants to burn his timeout, let him, but then just take this clock all the way down.
Thought you were having a drink there with a 7-up, but Ian Premer gets the handoff. He's out across the 20, and he's going to fall down to the 24-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 for Great Bend as he gained 11 on the play, did Ian Premer. And Great Bend did now hurry up offense, but with just under 50 seconds, the clock stopped now with the timeout, with the first down. Now it's rolling again. Daxton Minton will come out to Ian Premer. Premer with the catch. He's going to get outside across the 35-yard line, and he throws the man to the ground with a forearm. And wow, that was showing the strength of Ian Premer right there.
You know, that's the side of him I hadn't seen, but I kind of like it. There's a little red hiney on him because he was out there, and there was a couple of guys taking shots at him right down the sideline, and he was able just to straighten out that forearm and throw him to the turf.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Minton back to pass, looking downfield, going deep for Cooper Omot. He's out there. The ball deflected and still in the air. Finally falls to the ground. That ball was deflected between Cooper Omot and for Hayes High. Also making the deflection there. I believe that was Johnny Cano. That ball was about 5 yards between the two players, but finally fell to the field turf incomplete.
Well, that was one where the ball goes airborne, and you're like, oh no, the safety's up over the top, but he put enough zip on it. He was able to kind of thread it in there to Omok. It bounced up in the air to Omok, and then the safety was still able to maybe get a shot at it, and the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over and give them another shot before half.
32 seconds to play. They'll hand off to Jay Sharts. Jay's able to fall across the
ball carrier, number 1,
field to the 35. They're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line. Is the yard to gain. So Great Bend will get a first down, and we'll see what Aaron Beck will do now with 26 seconds to play after the 2-yard pickup by Jace Sharts.
26 yards or 26 seconds and 75 yards is an awful lot to ask. 65 yards is an awful lot to ask. Again, you don't want to turn the ball over, but you might take a shot. Just make sure you don't throw it right into the safety's hands.
And pass on the near sideline to Ian Premer. He tiptoes down the sideline. He gets across the 40-yard line. They'll now mark him out at the 44-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 9. Second down and 1, but we do have a flag on the play. I believe this will be bringing the GBHS Panthers back. This will be their first penalty of the game, as they've played a fairly clean game. They did have the fumble earlier in the contest that stopped their first drive. That is the illegal motion against GBHS. They'll bring up a first down and 15 ball back to the 30.
Well, and I've noticed that the last couple of times, Great Bend's kind of got away with it. You know, those receivers out there, they need to get up to the line of scrimmage, get their feet set, and become stationary. They're out there moving around, taking their time. Daxton Minton's trying to run up tempo. There's nothing worse than you're getting a positive play called back because you didn't hustle up to the line of scrimmage and you weren't set.
7 seconds remaining, first half. More than likely the last play of the first half as Daxton Minton back to pass, 4-man rush. He's going to go down with 20 seconds at the 20-yard line, and the clock will hit triple zeros to our right, and we've reached halftime with the Great Bend Panthers on a touchdown pass from Daxton Minton to Cooper Omont. They lead it 7-0 as we've reached halftime. It's going to be an extended halftime, so we'll take our time as Panther Sports is brought to you by Equity Bank. They never forget it's your money. We'll be right back and start your halftime show after this. Great Bend 7, Hayes nothing at halftime.
The future is bright. See it clearly with the help of the 10th Street Eye Care Center. Dr. Russell McCauley, Dr. Chad Creamer, Dr. Nicole Miller, and Dr. Sarah Steeder are ready to help you. The 10th Street Eye Care Center on the sunny side of the Vision Corner, 10th and Washington. Great Bend.
I'm Chance Haney. For over 40 years, Mitchell K. Haney & Associates has been your trusted partner in Great Bend for comprehensive employee benefits. Medical, dental, vision, life insurance, and Aflac coverage. Calls today to protect your team and their families. Go Panthers.
This is Nathan at GB Tarp Company. We specialize in roll tarps, camper skirts, and custom solutions tailored for your needs. Durable, reliable, made to last. When your tarp wears out, give us a shout. GB Tarp Company, carrying genuine Sherco parts and accessories. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, or at gbtarpcompany.com.
Chris Ramsey, your shelter insurance agent in Great Bend, is here to make sure you're covered with the right protection at the right price. From auto and home insurance to life, business, farm, and more, Shelter can cover it. Peace of mind is just a phone call away. Give Chris a call, 620-793-9390.
The American Plains Co-op supports all of the students of USD 428 in academics, activities, and athletics. Your hard work pays off, and you represent our community so well. Backing every Panther every day, the American Plains Co-op. Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine is a sports medicine provider for Panther athletics. On the field or off, you can count on them to get your life back. Located at 4801 10th Street in Great Bend, proudly serving the community for over 40 years. Go Panthers!
Plumbing and heating emergencies rarely happen between 9 and 5. That's why the pros at Comfort Pro are available 24/7, 365 to ensure your home stays warm and dry all year long. Comfort Pro is just a phone call away.
Buy or sell your home with confidence at Coldwell Banker Sell Real Estate. Your home sale experience.
Isabel Castorita. Isabel is accompanied by Sarah and Jose Castorita. Darcy Feist. Darcy is accompanied by Carrie and David Feist. Clarice Snap. Clarice is accompanied by Elise and Paul Snap. Mackenzie LaViolette. Mackenzie is accompanied by Bobby, Austin, and Parker LaViolette. Our other soccer seniors had their senior night previously. They are Hernan Rodriguez, Joel Acala, Ryan Rossow, Victor Reyes, Luis Gonzalez. Our volleyball seniors, they had their senior night previously. They are Cassie Elligood, Josephine Bazook, Kara Feist, and Addie Irwin. Students and families, thank you for everything you have done for Great Bend High School. Your support and commitment are very much appreciated. Once a Panther, always a Panther. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for our senior members and their families. The Great Bend High School Varsity Cheer Squad will be performing a throwback routine choreographed by the senior cheerleaders. The seniors are Ella Reed, Ava Carter, Riley Richter, Leah Mai, Addie Sheets, Alondra Prieto. We hope you enjoy their routine. Cheerleaders, your music is on.
go at the... And that's just me.
Tonight, the dance team will be showcasing part of their routine. They will compete with at the Acacia State Dance Competition this November. Dancers tonight include Aaliyah Johnson, Jimena Montez, Abigail Arnold, Ailey Scotthorn, Jocelyn Ward, Adele Smith, Kaylee McMullen, Skylar Tammon, Megan Johnson, Brooklyn Jackson, Ellie Ann Reed. Good luck, dancers. Your music is on. The Panther Pride Band will be taking the field.
All right, you ready?
The band has been hard at work since July to put our show together. Our 2024 show for you this evening.
All right, I'm here with Reese King. Reese, so it's about Halloween time. What do you mean for Halloween?
I'm going to be Chapel Road as her skater boy outfit.
Okay. Apples or oranges?
Apples.
Chuck E. Cheese or Dave & Buster's?
Probably Dave & Buster's.
Good answer.
The band will finish their season going to Hayes on Monday.
Do you put your milk in your cereal before or after?
I don't eat cereal.
All right, we're going to end our interview right there. Thank you.
Then we will visit Tatooine and head to the cantina, featuring our color guard and cantina band. We will close our show with the music from The Force Awakens, featuring trumpet soloist Jacqueline Garcia. The drill design is written by the one and only Zed Tiedemann. The band is taught by director Grant Matthews and assistant director Kimberly Sims. Our color guard has been doing a great job this season. Taught by color guard instructors Melanie Mann and Donna Becker, the band is assisted also by Aubrey Mann. Thank you to our amazing band parents for their help and support in making our band and season successful. The force is strong with these folks. We dedicate our show to the memory of two great losses earlier this fall. Mr. Joe Bowley, a former Great Bend band director, music supporter, and legend in the history of Kansas band. Also, James Earl Jones, famed voice of Darth Vader. Now, take a trip with us to a marching field far away, and may the forte be with you. Drum majors Abby Nelson and Anderson Luttrell. Conduct the show you must.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for the Panther Pride Marching Band?
Hard work pays off, and you represent our community so well. Backing every Panther every day, the American Plains Co-op. Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine is a sports medicine provider for Panther athletics. On the field or off, you can count on them to get your life back. Located at 4801 10th Street in Great Bend, proudly serving the community for over 40 years. Go Panthers!
Plumbing and heating emergencies rarely happen between 9 and 5. That's why the pros at Comfort Pro are available 24/7, 365 to ensure your home stays warm and dry all year long. Comfort Pro is just a phone call away.
Buy or sell your home with confidence at Coldwell Banker Sell Real Estate. Your home sale experience should be simple and rewarding. And our agents at Coldwell Banker will make that happen for you. Call any of our local agents to help guide you home.
Scott's Welding is proud to support Panther sports. Scott's Welding is fully insured, has certified welders with 24-hour service. For reliable service and community spirit at Scott's Welding, look for the signs west of 10th and Patton Road, Great Bend. Go Panthers!
The official home of Panther football is B1043, The Point.
Back inside Memorial Stadium, Great Bend on top of Hayes High by a score of 7-0. We'll be right back with the start of the second half after this. Great Bend Sports is powered by Equity Bank. They never forget it's your money.
You've been listening to the Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management Halftime Show. Second half action is next on B1043, The Point.
Ready to tackle that big project? Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management is your rock-solid partner in demolition and hauling. Right now, you can rent roll-off containers at a groundbreaking low price. Clean up's a breeze. Fill it, and they'll take care of the rest. Plus, they can deliver more than 50 types of rock and sand right to you. Transform your space with... Building your dreams from the ground up.
Great Bend Panther Sports on B1043 The Point. Brought to you by Keller Real Estate and Insurance Agency. Equity Bank. The 10th Street Eye Care Center. People's Bank and Trust. Comfort Pro. Insurance Planning. Delgado's Mexican Restaurant. Edward Jones. Dom Pipe Testing. And the Great Bend Rec. And by the Field House. University of Kansas Health System. Scott's Welding Service, American Plains Co-op, Farmers Bank and Trust, Innovative Livestock Services, the Marmy Auto Group, Empire Realty, Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine, GB Tarp Company, and Freedom Claims Management. Panther Sports also brought to you by Coldwell Banker Megan Wells, Advanced Truck and Diesel, Next Tech, Stone Sand Company, Stone Waste Management, Rosenberg Family Dentistry, Sutherland's, Great Bend Ready Mix, Kern Floor Service, Magna Dry Cleaning Services, Shelter Insurance, Chris Ramsey, and by Mitchell K. Haney and Associates. Panther Sports on B1043 The Point.
Alongside Sean Bear, I'm Mike Escher as we get set for the second half. Great Bend leads Hayes 7-0 here as we get ready for the second half. Quick score update. We have Ellenwood on top of Conway Springs by a score of 15-14. That would be a huge upset and a great win for Ellenwood.
I guess they play football in Barton County, too.
I guess they do as well. Great Bend has the ball teed up. Rozzo with the ball in the air. It's a high kick. It's all the way back to the 4-yard line. That's going to be taken by McGuire. The ball goes through his hands into the end zone. So the Hayes High Indians will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They will have the wind at their back here in the second half. And more importantly, Great Bend will have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter. Even though I don't think the wind has played that big a role yet.
I think it did, just by the time that they had to punt into the wind and kick that low line drive, and we got the ball. But nice job by Razzo into the wind. He's able to punt it kick it into the end zone and put a lot of green between that Hayes offense and the end zone.
They moved pretty efficiently on that last drive of the first half, but got stranded at the 2-yard line. Great Bend's defense came up big. Handoff going to Ian McGuire. He's out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Pickup of 3, 2nd down and 7 for Ian McGuire. That is his 3rd carry unofficially for 8 yards.
It'll be interesting to see what defensive changes Coach Lutt has made at halftime. A lot of times, you might want to widen your ends up a little bit and make those down linemen reach. Sometimes the big guys aren't the most mobile, and just to see what kind of wrinkles they throw.
2 receivers split to either side, and this time Great Bend does jump as the quarterback, Carter Graham, got pretty much the whole defensive line to jump there. 5-yard mark off. I have that as the 2nd penalty against GBHS in the contest.
Just one of those deals. You come out at halftime and you're a little bit amped up, juiced up. Nice job by the Hayes High quarterback, Graham, to change up the cadence and get an easy 5 yards.
Just underway, 3rd quarter. Great Bend led on top by a score of 7-0. Hayes High moving right to left. And handoff this time going to Holden Lynn. Lynn tries to get to the outside, but he's going to be drugged down short of the 1st down. Official on the far sideline waves that right hand, said he did not go out of bounds. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 after the short pickup.
Well, Cale Kern's not getting a lot of recorded tackles, but he's in the backfield enough, and he's creating enough havoc that guys are having to get off their paths, go around, which is allowing the rest of that Panther defense to come up and make pretty good stops.
Great Bend scored on a touchdown pass from Daxton Minton to Cooper Omott midway through the 2nd quarter. That's their only score thus far in the contest. Great Bend did have a huge stop. There's a quick pass out on the right side. Catch is made out there by Johnny Cano, and Cano has 1st down yardage across the 35 as Carter Graham connects with Johnny Cano for a gain of about 7 yards.
And it was just a very easy play. Pitch and catch. The Hayes High Indians come back and they bring 2 running backs in the backfield, and they got one-on-one matchup out there, and an easy throw and catch.
1st and 10 at the 35 for HHS, moving it right to left here with the wind at their back, or that would be south to north. Everybody looking over to the sidelines and seeing what Tony Crow has in mind for this 1st and 10. With GBHS on top 7-0, just starting the 3rd quarter. Handoff this time to Holden Lynn, and Lynn gets close to the 35-yard line where he's driven back. That'll be a gain of 5 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 5 that was Ian McGuire with the carry of 5 yards.
Hayes is starting to pick up the tempo a little bit, getting in and out of the huddle quickly. Going to try to wear that Panther defense down.
They did a little bit in the first half, as everybody now will stand up, look to the sideline, to the east.
If you're an offensive lineman, you absolutely hate that when you got to be down in your stance for 15 seconds. Your body's not built that way.
2nd down and 5. Graham will hand off this time. It does go to Linden, and there's Cale Kern. He slips through the tackle of Cale Kern, but he gets about 2 yards. Cale has some help, but Cale was right there to wrap up Holden Lynn, and it's going to be a gain. We'll give him a 3-yard pickup, 3rd down and 2.
Again, nice job by Cale Kern to shoot that gap, get back there, get a hold of Lind, and then Lind is held up just enough that the Panther scraping linebackers can come and finish the play off.
Ball at the 43-yard line, 3rd down. They hand off this time, going to the outside, and the Panther defense comes up big. And now we're going to have a scrum as the official finally blows things dead. Once again, that was Holden Lind. He's a 5'7", 170-pound junior, but he runs bigger than that, if you can say that.
He does, because he does a good job of keeping his pad level low, and he runs strong at a low level. So if you can't get a good, clean shot at him, it's tough to bring him down.
4th down and 3. We'll see what Hayes High does. They've set up to go for it, but they've done a quick kick several times here this evening. We'll see what they do here, as now Ian Premer backs up. He's a little confused. They don't know what he wants to do. They're going to do the quick kick, and Premer will let the ball, it goes out of bounds. Not a very good punt off the left foot of Carter Graham. So Great Bend will have pretty good field position. And now they're sending the ball all the way back to the 20-yard line. The 31, that's where, and Aaron Beck along with Ian Premer, everybody for Great Bend saying that's a terrible spot.
Well, but it was a good job by the White Hat. Finally, we're seeing him run to the point of the kick. And he stands there and he does his little hold the hand up, and then he tells the side judge the line that the ball went out of bounds, and as soon as he walks to that the White Hat drops his hand, and that's where they mark the ball. That was much better than the crew we had a couple of weeks ago that really were off onto the hashes, and there's no way to get a good feel for that. So Panther offense coming onto the field.
We don't complain about the officials much, but the only thing we've complained about this year has been that situation on the spot on punts. 1st and 10 for Great Bend at the 31-yard line. They're moving left or right. Shotgun formation is quarterback Daxton Minton, and we're going to have penalties for flags thrown as Daxton Minton a little upset with his teammates as I did not see what happened. Looks like Great Bend will be penalized here as somebody may have jumped a little bit early.
Well, and again, your offense, you'd like to think that your offense would be over that because most of these guys just had a series defensively, but you do get a little amped up, and maybe Daxton came out and he was going a little bit faster tempo than the guys were ready for. So here we go. We start at 1st and 15.
Ball at the 26-yard line. Great Bend moving left to right. Handoff going to Cooper Elmont out of the backfield. He's going to be stuffed right there. In making one of the tackles was Wyatt Kirkpatrick for Hayes High. And it's going to be no gain on the play, 2nd down and 15 from the Great Bend 25-yard line.
As a lead blocker on a running play between the tackles, you got to go through that line of scrimmage, and you got to have your head on a swivel, and nobody crosses your face. And unfortunately, on that one, Premier ran by number 45, Wyatt Kirkpatrick, and Kirkpatrick was filling that backside hole and essentially met Jay Sharch right in the gap.
8:17 to play. Third quarter, Great Bend on top, 7-0. Minton back to pass. They set up a screen. They get it out to Connor Holiday, and Holiday knocked him out of bounds at the 40. He's out to the 41-yard line. Nice tackle there by Cooper Lindenmeyer for the Hayes High Indians, but a nice execution of the screen pass.
Very nice job. You'd like to see Holiday if he can stay on his feet. Just a great job downfield by Jacob Hall, number 5, of pinning his defender to the inside. Gave one last good shot, and then the safety scraped up over top and had a one-on-one shot at Holiday. If he breaks that, he is gone.
And they give him a 15-yard pickup. Ball out to the 42-yard line, so Great Bend with a 1st and 10 here. They're moving into the wind here at Memorial Stadium in Great Bend. You might be able to hear a little bit of that in our crowd mic. Hand off to Chase Sharts. He tries to make a couple men miss and unable to do so. Tried to back his way downfield, but he's going to be spotted right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 for GBHS.
Again, the Great Bend Panthers aren't getting any movement out of those front linemen, and then the linebackers are playing run blitz, and the linebackers for Hayes are very well coached. They read the flow, and they're not waiting for the running back to break the line of scrimmage. They're flying up in there, and if they've got an A or a B gap, they're definitely in the gap, right, waiting for the runner when he does break the line of scrimmage.
Great crowd on hand on this Friday night between these two longtime rivals. Daxton Minton breaks to the outside, says go long. He tries to hit Jacob Hall down the near sideline, but the ball overthrown and bring up a 3rd down and 10 for GBHS. Ball spotted at their own 42-yard line.
You know, against this defensive look, the Panthers are really working the sidelines really hard. But as we talked in the first quarter, naturally this defense looks like an umbrella, and the driest part of the umbrella is right down through the middle. And guess what? That's right where the biggest void in the defense is right down the middle. If they can just get somebody to slip inside, displace a linebacker who is coming and being that 4th guy, there's nobody in the middle of the field.
Minton connected with Hall earlier in the game for 25 yards, and that was right down the middle of the field. Pass on the far sideline to Cooper Elmont. He makes the catch, and he's going to be drugged down as he falls across the 45 to the 48-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of a 6, bring up a 3rd down and 4 for GBHS.
Just a nice job by GBS. Take what they give you. Got it out there quickly to Omach, the remainder of the perimeter players out there. I think Cale Kern was out doing a little bit of blocking on the perimeter. They do a great job of zipping it out there, and unfortunately it's a little bit short of the 1st down, and it'll bring up a punting situation for Great Bend.
Yep, I was misinformed. It was 4th down, or it is 4th down, as Conor Bordy back in punt formation. He's a left-footed kicker, had a low kick, got a lot of roll on it, and it's inside the 20-yard line. It's going to roll dead there at the 18-yard line as Trent Kern downs the football. So 6:29 to play in quarter number 3. Great Bend on top of Hayes, 7-0. And you want to make Great Bend go the length of the field. They're going to do it again here as they have a 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Well, just a nice job right there by Rabordi, kicking it away from the return man low and hard, and that ball hit the ground at right around the 32-yard line, and then he got an additional 15 yards of rollout to take him back inside the 20.
Reuter, Salmons, Corsair, Dreyer, and Weber up front for Hayes High. They're dressed in white tops, maroon pants, Great Bend in all black. Great Bend with black helmets and a red Panther logo on the side. First and 10, 6:29 to play in the third quarter. Quick pass out caught by Jarek Purdy, and Purdy knocked out of bounds across the 20-yard line. Cale Kern there with the tackle. Give Purdy a gain of about 4 on the play, second down and 6.
Little quick screen out here to the wide side. Nice job again by Dawson Reuter to come from all the way from inside the formation at the tackle position to kick out our cornerback over here on this side, who's Cohen Raborti, and allow Hayes to pick up about 4 yards.
Ball at the 22-yard line. Back to passes. Carter Graham looking now. He's going to scramble. And now he was a little indecisive there. He still wanted to throw the football, but then he crossed the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be knocked down there. About a 2-yard pickup. He'll bring up a third down, and we'll call it 4 for HHS. The ball at the 24-yard line.
You know, great job by Raborti there. That's a kid that he didn't play last year, decided to come out. Why not? I'm going to come out and I'm going to play because all my friends are playing football. And he's out there on an island and does a great job of, instead of trying to slow play and getting second guess, he just shoots, takes the quarterback head on, and drives him out of bounds.
6:16 to play, third quarter. Great Bend on defense. Hayes High has the ball, 3rd and 4 at their own 24-yard line. They're going to hand off to Holden Lynn. Lynn has a big hole. He's out across the 25. Spins out of a couple tackles. Now he's at the foot race. He's across the midfield stripe. Dragged down from behind by Cooper Omott at the 35-yard line. Big gain on the play for the Hayes High Indians. They have a 1st and 10 at the GBHS 35-yard line.
Great zone run right there by Hayes. Executed perfectly. They go out. It looks like Lynn's going to take it to the outside wide of the tackles. The linemen are just influencing the defensive line to run their feet that way, and all of a sudden one guy pins an inside defender back. Lynn cuts back across the green and picks up a big yard.
Gain of 41 on the play. 1st and 10 for Hayes High. They're going to do a reverse. Where the football is Cano looking downfield, has a man up there, and we're going to have a flag thrown against Great Bend, as looking for Braden Meckel was Johnny Cano, and that's going to be a penalty against Great Bend. It'll be a 15-yard mark-off, and Hayes High will have it inside the 25-yard line or right at the 20, I believe.
One of those situations where defensively, number one, you can't look into the backfield, but you almost have to read the eyes of your receiver. And if you see him peeking back into the infield, that ball goes airborne, his eyes kind of light up. You need to be looking for the football instead of running through the contact, drawing the flag, and picking up the first down.
5:43 to play, third quarter. Hayes High inside Great Bend territory now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Great Bend leads it by a score of 7-0. Hand off to Ian McGuire. McGuire plants that right foot, dives across the 20 down to the 17-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 3 for Ian McGuire. He is a 5'10", 190-pound senior.
Well, he's got a low center of gravity. Of course, he's a little bit different style of runner than we see from Lind. Lind is more of he's going to bounce until he sees a hole and go up and shoot the gap, where McGuire just plants his foot and he makes his holes.
Carter Graham, quarterback for Hayes in shotgun formation, has 2 receivers to the far sideline. They fake the handoff, back to pass over the middle. Wide open, the ball goes through his hands. He was looking for Ian McGuire. McGuire had space, but the ball just a little bit overthrown, goes through his hands, incomplete, brings up a 3rd down for Hayes High.
And Hayes High is trying just by alignment, trying to create a situation where McGuire is one-on-one with a linebacker for the Panthers. The Panthers are forced to have the linebacker run with McGuire, who's pretty swift of foot himself, and an errant pass kept the Hayes High Indians out of the end zone.
Fans here on the near sideline stamping their foot, helping to help the Panther defense on this 3rd down and 7. They're going to hand it off to McGuire. McGuire, there's going to be a flag on the play as McGuire falls at the 15-yard line. Getting off the bottom of the pile for the Great Bend Panthers was Aiden Davidson, but we'll see what the call is going to be. Hayes High has shot themselves in the foot several times here this evening.
Well, Aiden Davidson does a great job because when he gets locked up with an offensive lineman, he keeps his feet running. He doesn't let himself be walled off. And by keeping your feet running, and you're as fast as Aiden Davidson, it's tough for a big guy to maintain position correctly to where they can stay in frame on the block. And by him running his feet, a lot of times he disengages from the offensive lineman. The offensive lineman's general nature is to reach out and grab him by the jersey. But it was a nice job there by Davidson to keep his feet moving and keep routing himself to the sideline.
Brings up a 3rd down and 17, ball to 17-yard line. Great Bend 6-0 on the season, 2-0 in WAC play. Hayes High 4-2 on the season. They're 2-0 in WAC play, but their losses have been to Derby and Manhattan. They fake the handoff, back to passes Griffin to do a little screen pass. Open is Holden Lind. He has blockers out in front, makes man miss. He's inside the 10, and he's down to the 5-yard line. Nice execution of the play by the Hayes High Indians as Carter Graham hits Holden Lind. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, when you're out there and all of a sudden you're playing cornerback and you're weighing in at roughly 165 pounds, and you have on a screen Big Dawson Reuter at 250 pounds coming down the line at you, it's hard to stand in front of.
That was a 22-yard pickup down to the 5. Handoff to Holden Lind. He's going to be submarined at the 6-yard line, as I believe that was Trenton Curran making the tackle. He's leading the WAC in tackles coming into tonight's contest.
Well, the guy's just doing a great job in there. Again, he got cut down, and a lot of times they try to get into the legs and the knees of the linebackers. He did a great job. He got cut down, but still had the wherewithal to bounce up off the ground and reach up and grab Lind around his ankles and bring him to the turf for a very short gain.
Ball to 5-yard line. Great Bend leads at 7-0, but Hayes High with a 1st and goal at the 2nd down and goal now as they hand off this time to Lind, and he's going to be inside the 5, but wrapped up and tackled. Once again, making the tackle for Great Bend. No surprise, Trenton Kern.
Trenton Kern right now is putting on just a clinic. Did a great job of reading backside. They pull out and they double kick out. It looked like Aiden Davis. Well, that creates the hole, and as soon as Trenton Kern saw that hole, knew where the running back was going, and met him right in there and drove him backwards for actually about a half-a-yard loss.
3rd down and goal, ball at the 5-yard line. Hayes moving right to left, or this would be south to north here. They're on the north end of the field with the wind at their back. They fake the handoff. Carter Graham rolling out to his right. It has been now pressure, throws the ball up for grabs. It's going to be incomplete, and we're going to have another 4th down play inside the 10-yard line for Hayes High. Great Bend has held on multiple occasions. We'll see what they can do here as they bring out a whole slew of substitutions.
Well, it almost looks like they're going to line up and maybe kick it. Their kicker is in the game, but again, Holiday right there got it caught kind of in no man's land, and you need to decide, are you going to flow slowly with the quarterback and let him read, or are you just going to come up and make him rush the throw?
Carson Moore set up for a 22-yard field goal attempt. The snap is good, the hold is good, and it's blocked! The Great Bend Panthers blocked the kick, the field goal attempt, and the Panthers doing to Hayes what Hayes did to Great Bend last year. Not sure who had his hand up there for the block.
That was Big Ian Premer.
6'6"?
6'6", up right over the middle, did a great job, timed it up perfectly. Sky jump touch probably 11 feet and was airborne and got his big paw on it, knocking it out of the end zone.
So Great Bend holds Hayes High off the scoreboard again, and they still lead at 7-0. They've held on Hayes High had a 1st and goal at the 1, and they have the ball after the blocked field goal attempt at their own 20-yard line. In shotgun formation is quarterback Dax Minton. He takes the snap, back to pass. Now he's going to scramble out to his right, looking down the field. It's in a foot race. He's at the 25. Will step out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup for Daxton Minton. Unofficially now, Daxton 9 carries for 18 yards.
Just a nice job by Minton right there. Again, they're only bringing 3. They're running stunts. Sometimes they'll take that nose guard and he'll slide all the way across the face of the guard over to the tackle, and they'll bring the in man on the line of scrimmage down underneath. You'd like to see Great Bend be able to just hit that up the middle because, again, at one point they will actually walk number 45 Wyatt Kirkpatrick up over top and leave one linebacker out there, Jason Cartier, all to himself.
2:54 to play. Quarter number 3, and oh man, they blew it dead, and I was ready for it. That's a touch pass.
It was a touch pass.
It was not a handoff, but it's blown dead, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against It's only taken me, 7 games into the season, and you reminded me every time it happens as a former quarterback. That's not a handoff. That's a touch pass.
That is a touch pass, but, unfortunately, you've got guys who are not getting up to the line of scrimmage, not getting set, and getting procedure penalties and stalling the offense. Get your hump out there. Get on the line of scrimmage. Get lined up so your offense can go to work.
Unofficially have Great Bend 5 penalties for 35 yards. 4 of them have been by the 5-yard mark. The handoff going to Jay Sharks. He lost the football. Was he down? Official, the white hat is behind saying yes, he was down. So Great Bend catches a little bit of a break there, as it was going to be a gain of about 1 on the play. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 14.
We had a play where we ran up to the line of scrimmage really quickly, got one of our receivers in a down 3-point stance at the line of scrimmage, a quick snap, play action, and all of a sudden he's streaking down the sideline because they think that he's a lineman and you can hit a pop pass.
3 receivers split to the far side. 4 receivers split to the far sideline. We've seen that formation several times. Design draw as Daxton Minton across the 40 takes a hard hit, spins out of that tackle, still on his feet. He's across the 50-yard line. Big gain by Daxton Minton. We'll give him 21 yards and a 1st down for Great Bend. Daxton Minton showing the toughness there by the junior quarterback.
And the crazy thing is, 2 weeks ago I talked to Daxton. I said, when you run the football, you sure do run like a 220-pound back. And he just grinned from ear to ear. Just a great job again. He's running hard. He's doing a great job of covering up that football with 2 hands when he does get into contact, which is the one thing that you definitely want to ask a quarterback to do. But just a great job. The Panthers are hurting this Hayes defense just by their alignment.
Ball at the 49-yard line. Ball across the midfield stripe. Hand off to Ian Premer. Ian cuts back. He's across the 40-yard line. Makes a man mid. High steps. He's at the 30. Has a man out of block. Cuts back into the midfield stripe. 25, 10, 5. Stripes. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! Great Bend. 90 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and Ian Premer goes 49 yards. I don't see any flags on the play, and I've said it 2 or 3 times. He just gets a look in his eyes sometimes. You're not going to stop him. That was it right there.
You're not going to stop him. And there was a Panther offensive perimeter player downfield who was just kind of jogging, lollygagging down the field. Premer grabs him by the back of the jersey, and it's like, lead follower, get the heck out of the way. Threw him into the defense, did another little high step, kind of stanky leg move, and got himself into the end zone with a lot of individual effort.
Diego Soto out of the hold of Hayden Kelly. The snap is good by Jacob Paul, and Great Bend with 90 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. They go up 14-0, and you know what that means. You need to text 620-639-6946. Be the 3rd person to text that number, and you will win a free meal from Delgado's Restaurant. What a run by Ian Premer. Give him 49 yards, and Great Bend leads it 14-0, 90 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. We're going to take a break. Panther Sports on B1043, powered by Equity Bank. They never forget, it's your money.
Keller Real Estate and Insurance Agency is proud to support this Panther broadcast. If you are looking for residential, commercial, or farm properties, turn to Keller Real Estate and Insurance Agency, 1101 Williams in Great Bend.
Dom Pipe Testing is proud to bring you live coverage of Panther sports. Dom Pipe Testing provides hot oil or steaming hydro testing and wrap testing services in oil field and beyond. For quick, reliable service, call Dom Pipe Testing and go Panthers.
It's Panther football on B1043 The Point.
Great Bend able to capitalize on the block field goal attempt. They go 80 yards, 6 plays, $127. Ian Premer scores on a Ian Premer style run from 49 yards out. The PAT is good. Great Bend leads up 14-0, 90 seconds to play 3rd quarter.
Exactly the type of run that you hear from scouts that say that's why Ian Premer is such a special player, is that he can do things like that. He got his momentum going forward, made a couple of guys miss, and just turned on the Jets.
Cheryl Maller, winner of Delgado's first score of the 2nd half, as it's a short kick picked up by the Hayes High Indians. And once again, after Great Bend had scored a touchdown in the 1st half, Hayes High with a big return on the kickoff, and they'll have it 1st and 10. They're going to spot the ball at the 35-yard line. Looks like maybe inside about the 33. So that's where Hayes High will start. trailing Great Bend by a score of 14-0.
Just a very big series here defensively. Your offense just grabbed the momentum, put it in their hip pocket. Now the defense needs to come out and make a statement and have a big stop here.
They spotted at the 33-yard line, so Hayes High with their wind in the back here in the third quarter. Back to pass is the quarterback. Looking downfield, has plenty of time now, is finally pressured. Dumps it over in the flat. It's going to be incomplete. Brings up a second down and 10 as getting the pressure late there for the Great Bend Panthers. I believe that was Aiden Davidson.
If Great Bend can get Hayes to throw the football, to feel like they need to throw the football, Great Bend is going to be in a very good place the rest of this game because you're getting them out of the strength of their offense.
Unofficially, Carter Graham is just 4 out of 12 passing the football. They hand off to Holden Linden, and Linden dragged back by a Panther on the far sideline. I believe that was Cale Kern as Holden Linden with a gain of 1 on the play brings up a third down and 9, and the Great Bend defense is fired up now.
They are fired up. Cale Kern did a great job of trailing that play to the very end. It looked like Connor Holliday had a guy hanging all over him, and he got drug out way wide, but Kern did a nice job of just kind of lagging behind, and as Lynn went to plant and cut upfield, Kern was right there to bring him down.
Owen Kaiser limps off the field for the Panther defensively as we have a 3rd down and 8, 40 seconds to play. Fake the handoff, back to pass is caught over the middle. Nice patch, and bouncing off with a tackle. That was Johnny Cano, and Cano inside the 45-yard line of Great Bend as Carter Graham hits Johnny Cano across the middle, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Hayes High.
Wide open down the middle of the field there. Cano running that seam. A Panther defender came up to make the stop. Didn't try to tackle him, just kind of threw a shoulder into him. You cannot tackle upfield that way. When you get a shot in the open field, one-on-one, you got to make the tackle. You got to wrap and take the defender down.
Ball at the Great Bend 41-yard line. Final 31 seconds here in the third quarter, and we have a flag thrown, a legal motion against the Hayes High Indians. They have shot themselves in the foot as we see down in front of us Owen Kaiser limping down, trying to tell one of the defensive coaches he's ready to go back into the contest, but I don't think they're going to let him go quite yet.
No one tougher than Owen Kaiser. Seen the guy out there having both hamstrings cramping up, calves cramping up, and the kid just wants to be on the field and play. They're going to go over and get a quick tape job by Supisi on him and get him back in the game.
Back to pass. There's a quick rush. They throw it out onto the far sideline. It's going to be caught and making a move to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of just 1 on the play. So 19 seconds to play third quarter. Hayes High will face a 2nd down and 15 here after the 1-yard pickup.
Graham dumps it quick because he's got a lot of pressure coming right up the middle from Trenton Kern.
45-yard line was where the ball spotted. Carter Graham back to pass, has plenty of time this time, throws deep down the field, has a man open. That's going to be overthrown defensively for Great Bend was Cohen Raborti as the third quarter comes to an end. And Ian Premer fired up this crowd with his touchdown run that put Great Bend on top by a score of 14-0. We have 12 minutes left. WAC championship pretty much on the line here this evening from Memorial Stadium. Great Bend Sports on B104.3 The Point, brought to you by Equity Bank. They never forget, it's your money.
Great Bend Ready Mix has been serving Central and Western Kansas since 1979. Their concrete pumping trucks are ready for a job of any size. Just north of the tracks on South Washington. Every solid foundation starts with a call to Great Bend Ready Mix. Find out more at greatbendreadymix.com.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Great Bend Panther football is on your station that rocks. B104.3 The Point.
Great Bend Sports brought to you on B104.3 The Point by Empire Realty, Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine.
And our first team members are Ismael Ramirez and Taven Stroop. Our second team, all WAC, was Diego Pasos. Congratulations to
14-0 here as we start quarter number 4. 12 minutes remaining. Hayes High has a 3rd down and 14 at their own 46-yard line. And I think Great Bend called a timeout.
That's unfortunate. Great Bend had to call a timeout coming out of a timeout because they had personnel issues.
6 at Lake Park Cross Country Course. 10 a.m. start.
Over the outside of the shoe and just, hey, Coach, get me back in the game because I want to go out there and do it for the boys.
Third down, 14. Ball just outside the 45-yard line. Hayes High moving left to right. White tops, maroon pants, Great Bend in all black here this evening for senior night. Handoff going to Holden Lynn. Lynn is going to fall down to the 41-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 4, and that will bring up a 4th down for HHS.
And again, Owen Kaiser goes out there, and guess who's right around the football? Got his head on the running back. Not anybody else than Owen Kaiser, and helped out a little bit there coming down the line by Cale Kern.
Big play here. See if Hayes High has been in this situation a couple times. They've done quick kicks most of the evening, but trailing 14-0 with 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. We'll see if they go ahead and run a play. Nope, they're going to do the quick kick. It's a spiraling kick. Ian Premer picks it up at the 15-yard line, tries to make a man miss, and then he's going to be knocked down at the 20, and Great Bend will start 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line, and immediately you see a Hayes High player down on the field at the 23-yard line.
No, that's too bad. He's holding it. Looks like he's holding his knee. They got down there, and his legs, I was watching because Premer was running right through there. His legs kind of went out from underneath him, and you just hope it's hope for the positive. It's just a sprained ankle or potentially a cramp and not anything to do with the knee joint.
11:17 to play, fourth quarter. We're going to take a break. Great Bend leads Hayes 14-0. Panther Sports is powered by Equity Bank. They never forget it's your money.
The future is bright. See it clearly with the help of the 10th Street Eye Care Center. Dr. Russell McCauley, Dr. Chad Premer, Dr. Nicole Miller, and Dr. Sarah Steeder are ready to help you. The 10th Street Eye Care Center on the sunny side of the Vision Corner, 10th and Washington. Great Bend.
I'm Chance Haney. For over 40 years, Mitchell K. Haney & Associates has been your trusted partner in Great Bend for comprehensive employee benefits. Medical, dental, vision, life insurance, and athletic coverage. Call us today to protect your team and their families. Go Panthers.
The official home of Panther football is B1043, The Point.
The injured Hayes High Indian, that is Jarek Purdy. Purdy is a 5'11", 160-pound junior. He had been their leading receiver coming into the contest, but he's not had a catch here this evening by my count. 1st and 10 for Great Bend at their own 21-yard line. Panthers up 14-0, just starting the fourth quarter. Mid with a quick pass out here to Cooper Omar. He gets a good block, makes a couple men miss, steps out of bounds across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 11. 1st and 10 for GBHS.
I like the looks of that. Just a nice, easy play. Go out there and Minton's zip the ball out and let the guys on the perimeter, at some point, Minton, hey, why don't you just fake throwing it out here, get that whole defensive to fly out of the middle of the field, and then you tuck it up underneath. I think you used to watch Brett Favre always do that. He'd have the greatest pump fake in the history of the NFL, and at this point, just let Dax Minton run up inside there.
A nice, long, sustained drive here by Great Bend with the wind at their back would be beneficial for GBS as they're searching for the WAC championship, as Ian Premer this time was going to be dumped at the 32-yard line. So you're getting out for, that's our boy. That is Wyatt Kirkpatrick. He was right up there in defensive tackles along with Trent Kern. Nice play there by Wyatt Kirkpatrick to keep Ian Premer. Actually, it's going to be a loss on the play of 1 yard.
Well, and again, Premer is a very good runner when he gets his head of steam going north and south. That time he hadn't cut yet, so he wasn't up to full steam and didn't have his juices flowing and was taken down pretty easily.
Once again, Hayes High jumps. And that's going to be an offsides penalty against Hayes High. That was Tanner Geist jumping. And that's going to be a 5-yard markup. And as you mentioned a couple times, Dax Minton doing a nice job with that, alternating or adjusting the snap count.
You mix up that cadence and a little inflection in your voice. You do a great job. You keep that defensive a team from teeing off on your offensive lineman, and at some point it's almost a must.
5 free yards for Great Bend. Second down and 6. A minute, 90 seconds into the fourth quarter. Dax Minton steps up a couple steps, now backs up. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap from the center, Carter Brown. He's just taking a run. He's across the 40. He's across the 50. He's in the foot race. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Stays in bounds. Touchdown, Great Bend! As Daxton Minton goes 73 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers blow it open here, 20-0, awaiting the PAT.
What a great job. You know, I don't know if that was actually a called play. We're going to have to ask Coach after the game, because what I saw is the linebacker went to the wide side of the field, and the cadence got him to show what he was going to do early. Daxton Minton took the ball and ran at the bubble. In other words, the other linebacker was outside. There was a natural hole in there. Dax Minton just took the snap, immediately ran through that gap, and nobody touches him for 75 yards.
Well, it's actually 63. I can't add. As the PAT is good by Diego Soto, and Great Bend. 10:08 to play in the fourth quarter. They lead Hayes High now by a score of 21-0, as the explosive plays for Great Bend, as they've done most of the season, come through again tonight. A 49-yard touchdown run by Ian Premer, and Dax Minton goes just one a little further, and Great Bend leads it 21-0, 10:08 to play.
Did you say that was an 85-yard touchdown run?
Well, they had it at the 37.
Okay, 37, 39.
So that'd be 50 plus 13.
You know what I'm going to say? Took it to the rack.
Took it to the house.
Took it to the house.
That was a house call, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a nice job. And again, that's going to be very interesting, because I'm not so sure Dax Minton just didn't see something and say, hey, you know, I'm supposed to maybe pull this and run around the outside. But with the way that they lined up, and that backer showed early that he was going to come in the B gap to the wide side of the field, Dax Minton just took the deal, and it was almost like an isolation run with no linebacker in that second level. And when he got it, he showed that he's got a little bit of a burst of speed, turned it on, and outran the rest of the defense.
How many plays on that, sir?
I'm going to go 2.
2 plays.
2 plays. A minute and 11. You ready?
I'm ready.
79 yards.
You say 79? Oh, that right. Was it 11 yard? Okay.
How about that?
Hey, we're sharp up here in the old booth, as Omar Razzo has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Kick is in the air. It's headed toward the near sideline. It's going to go out of bounds about the 3. So one of the last things GBH wanted to do right there was kick the ball out of bounds. We'll see what Hayes High decides to do. I believe they will get the ball at the 35.
I like the idea. That's the effort. Kick it away from the return man. Hopefully get it in the end zone, so you can put a lot of green between them. But when you do kick the ball out of bounds, you give them an extra 15 yards, and they'll get the ball starting position at their own 35-yard line.
Panther Sports on B1043, brought to you by Rosenberg Family Dentistry, Sutherland's, Great Bend Ready Mix, and Kern Floor Service. Great Bend on top, 21-0. 10:08 to play in the contest. Back to pass. Ball caught out there by the Hayes High Indians. Out with the catch. That was Braden Meckel. He's out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 10. First and 10 for Hayes High.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
It's not going to be Hall this time. It's going to be Omok. Omok's going to come up with a pick late in this game here to seal the deal.
All right. We trust you. You are the quarterback. 46-yard line for Hayes High. Carter Graham back to pass, looking outside, looking down to the field, and the ball is going to be overthrown. And they're going to have a penalty flag. Yeah, but there's a penalty flag on the play. Couldn't catch it. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that ball was 15 yards out of bounds. I don't know that ball was necessarily even catchable.
Defensively for Great Bend, Jacob Hall was in the area, but they're going to mark it off against Great Bend. 15 yards. The ball will be at the Great Bend 39-yard line now after the 15-yard penalty.
And that's unfortunate, because Jacob Hall was in great position. He'd lost his feet, and actually as he was falling, just kind of gave the intended receiver a little shove. But again, that ball was over the player standing on the sidelines.
Hayes High with it at the Great Bend 39-yard line. 9:43 to play in the contest. Handoff called to Holden Lynn. Lynn breaks through a couple tackles. Going to be drugged down inside of the 35-yard line, making the tackle for Great Bend. That was Michael Montoya on the defensive stop.
Well, and again, you got to like where you're at defensively. It's a 3-score game. You got about 9 minutes left. Hayes is running the ball, so they're milking 20 seconds between plays. somebody defensively, they're not used to throwing the football, just needs to come up with and make a big play.
Snap back to Carter Graham looking down the field, has a man open the middle, now being pressured. He's going to go down. He's spun down, making the tackle for the Great Bend Panthers. Second play in a row, Michael Montoya.
Happy senior day, Michael Montoya. Great job. Nice play. Stayed with it. You know, when you get on the field, you make the most of your time on the field. Michael Montoya, he does not get to see a lot of playing time, came in right there and made a huge play for this Panther defense.
He's a 6'2", 180-pound senior. Bray knocks the ball back to just outside where the original line of scrimmage was. It's at the 40, so it's a 3rd down and 11 for HHS. 8:35 to play. Great Bend on top by a score of 21-0. Handoff going to Holden Lynn. Makes a man miss, but drugged down by who else? Trenton Kern. Ball is inside the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 33. That's going to be a pickup of 7 to bring up a 4th down. We'll call it 5.
Well, Trenton did a nice job. Kale forced the running back up inside. Kind of got juked out there, but Trenton Kern, keeping it skinny, came right down the line of scrimmage and made the stop.
4th down play, 4th and 4. As the clock rolls under 8 minutes to play, WAC championship on the line. Here's Parker McGuire, the tight end for Hayes High, a little confused on what he needs to do. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Aaron Beck and Great Bend. 4th and 4. As confused as Hayes High was right there, kind of surprised that Aaron Beck takes the timeout.
Insurance to life, business, farm, and more. Shelter can cover it. Peace of mind is just a phone call away. Give Chris a call, 620-793-9390.
It's Panther football on B1043 The Point.
Back inside Memorial Stadium, Great Bend on top 21-0. As we have a big 4th down 4 play for the Hayes High Indians. They need this 1st down to keep their hopes alive. 7:56 remaining. They fake the hand. The hold and throw over the middle is going to be caught. It'll be good for 1st down yardage. This pass caught by Johnny Cano. Cano makes a man miss. There is a flag on the play as Cano runs out of bounds about the 15-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. There's a couple flags on the play, actually. One right at the numbers on the near sideline, and the other one right at the hash mark on the near sideline, and Hayes High is backing up. Uh-oh, there goes the hat. And that's never a good thing, as that means I think Johnny Cano just may have said something that he wishes he wouldn't have.
Yeah, I think either that or looked like McGuire was in there a little bit. Guys are pulling him back.
Well, McGuire is just running on the field. Parker McGuire. So that
is a huge penalty.
Yeah,
absolutely huge penalty. There's not many playbooks that are going to have a 4th and, what do you want to say, 19?
Well, I was going to say
4th and 20.
I was going to say 4th and Hart's Corner.
Hey, I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at.
That's kind of a scary thought. But
you know, you're down 21 points, and all of a sudden you
they say
you are
20.
Trying to move the chains, and you lose your composure just a little bit. And now there's 7 minutes and 46 seconds left. You're down 21, and you have a 4th and 20.
Great Bend has 5 defenders 15 yards off the line of scrimmage as Carter Graham looks, has a man over the middle. It's caught. He's going to be knocked down well short of the 1st down. That was Braden Meckel with the catch, but it's going to be well short of the 1st down. Just got inside to where the original line of scrimmage was. So Great Bend with a big turnover on downs, and they will have it 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Well, now it becomes the clock is your friend. You have a 3-possession football game. You've got the ball, 7 minutes, 30 seconds left. I'm trying to see how many timeouts. I think Crow's got all 3 of his timeouts left. Panthers are down to 1. You just want to keep your offense on the field and keep moving those chains.
How about a sustained drive right now for GBHS? Leading 21-0, as Sean just mentioned. As in shotgun formation, his quarterback Daxton Minton. He's going to hand off to Jay Sharts. Sharts right at the hash marks. Plants that left foot, turns upfield, falls forward for a gain of 3. Bring up a 2nd down and 7 for Great Bend unofficially. Jay Sharts now 6 carries for 15 yards.
And again, you're not in any hurry to get anything done. This is where, smash mouth football, you'd like to see him to bring in another blocking tight end, a fullback, and just start running the ball right at the heart of this defense, chewing up the clock. But it just seems like the game these days is not geared to do that.
Just after 9 o'clock on your Friday evening, we thank you for spending the part of your evening with us. Exciting game here from Memorial Stadium in Great Bend. I'm Mike Hesher along with Sean Bear. Clock under 7 minutes to play. They're going to hand off to Ian Premer. Ian turns upfield at the numbers, and the pile just rolls across the 45-yard line. He's close to a 1st down, and I am right at the marker. I believe the officials will give Great Bend and Ian Premer the 1st down as Ian picks up 7 on the play.
Most important thing is as these refs look at it, that clock continues to go. They are calling it a 3rd down still.
They scooped it back a yard.
They did scoop it back a yard, so we've got a 3rd down clock is rolling. This is one of those that you just get the half a yard and move the chains.
3rd and short, ball at the 46.5-yard line for Great Bend, moving right to left. They have their wind in the back here in the 4th quarter. 2 receivers split to the far sideline, 1 to the near. 2 running backs right off the side of Daxton Minton. Hands off to Ian Premer, and Ian on the left side has easy 1st down yardage. He's to the 49. That's going to be a pickup of 3. 1st and 10 for GBHS.
Right now, that offensive line down there, they own the game. They are the men. Carter Brown, Inslee, Davidson, Trenton Kern, Owen Kaiser. They need to control the line of scrimmage. Hayes, everybody in the stands knows what we're going to do. We're just going to pound the ball between them, keep that clock rolling. We're just under 5 minutes and 40 seconds left and driving the football.
Twin receivers to either side as now Cooper Omont goes in motion to the far sideline as Daxton Minton gets the snap. He'll run it. He's across the 50, the 45-yard line. This time he slides inbound. Nice junior IQ there by Daxton Minton as he slides down. Was about to get hit, so he stayed in bounds, and was about to get hit, so he slid for a couple of good reasons.
Very, very nicely done by Daxton Minton. Shows that, he's picked up a lot of things through the years, and that's some junior leadership. Those are the kind of things that the Panthers are going to be in a very nice spot with him over the next year and a half.
Unofficially for Daxton, 12 carries, 109 yards, including that 63-yard touchdown run. Clock rolling. Under 5 minutes to play. Ball at the 42-yard line. Daxton Minton has Connor Holliday right off to his left. Connor leading the pack. Ooh, that time Daxton Minton hit pretty hard as he gets inside the 40 to the 39. That'll be a pickup of 3 for Great Bend. And the most important thing, staying in bounds and keeping the clock rolling. GBHS on top by a score of 21-0.
It's one of those deals, stay in bounds, keep the clock curling, but also keep your head attached to your shoulders. That's one of those that every coach is just like, hey, okay, we want to keep running the football, but we do not want to lose our starting quarterback, our team leader on offense.
Great Bend will head to Garden City next week, while Hayes High, they will host Liberal, I believe it is. Ball at the 39-yard line, 4:07 to play. Great Bend on top by that 21-0 count. As this handoff will go to, is that Cooper Omont? Couldn't quite tell who the number was. Official on the far sideline raising his hand, and I believe.
I think it was, and it looked like Crow's going to go ahead and call a timeout, absolutely.
We'll give Cooper Omont the carry, as that is his 2nd carry of the game. This one will go for a yard. And with 3:57 to play, timeout called by Hayes High. Great Bend 21, Hayes High nothing. Panther Sports on B1043. The Point, powered by Equity Bank. They never forget it's your money.
The American Plains Co-op supports all of the students of USD 428 in academics, activities, and athletics. Your hard work pays off, and you represent our community so well. Backing every Panther every day, the American Plains Co-op. Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine is the sports medicine provider for Panther athletics. On the field or off, you can count on them to get your life back. Located at 4801 10th Street in Great Bend, proudly serving the community for over 40 years. Go Panthers!
This is GBHS alum Taylor Calcaro, Watkins Calcaro Law Firm. We are full of Panther pride and are glad to call Great Bend home. Your home for Panther sports is B1043 The Point, AVGB Great Bend. Go Panthers!
Alongside Sean Bear, I'm Mike Hesher as we have 3:57 to play, fourth quarter. Great Bend leading 21-0. The Panthers, it was a scoreless first quarter. Great Bend went up 7-0 midway through the second quarter. Got a touchdown run by Ian Premer late in the third quarter, and then Daxton Minton would go 63 yards early in the fourth quarter. And it's Ian Premer and some young man over there having issues, but Ian, as soon as the play was over, helped the young man up.
Premer did a good job of playing whistle to whistle. Again, right now, Hayes is just essentially teeing off, coming right up the middle. But, it's one of those deals. Hey, timeouts, as soon as they're burned, that clock becomes all in the back pocket of Coach Beck.
Great Bend Sports on B1043 The Point, brought to you by Magna Dry Cleaning Services, Shelter Insurance, Chris Ramsey, and Mitchell K. Haney and Associates. Great Bend on top by a score of 21-0. As looks like the Hayes High section across the way is starting to thin out a little bit, but the GBHS band is still in full throat here this evening, and I don't think many people have left on the near side for Great Bend.
Just a great crowd all night long. Have done a good job of supporting the boys out on the field. My daughter over in the student section, and some of them are definitely looking mischievous, if that's a word, mischievous over there.
Well, it used to be. I don't know if they changed it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm just somebody's going to get grounded.
Well, do it after they play volleyball.
Okay. We'll make that happen.
Or let Mom make the decision.
Yeah, that's right. They'll go shopping instead.
Or get their nails done.
Exactly.
The 43-yard line, third down and 14. As once again, Daxton Minton gets the Hayes High defensive line to jump, and they'll mark off 5 yards against HHS. And by my count, that is their 10th penalty for 87 yards. And I might have missed one of that 10-yard. That's probably 11 penalties for 97 yards against HHS.
Armbruster's going to go be talking to Crow over there, and I guarantee you Coach Crow's going to bring that up because that's not like any of his teams.
That's an Armbruster. And there's another person jumping across the line of scrimmage. This one was the Hayes High defender. That was Johnny Rigler, and that one was kind of obvious. Another 5 yards as I'm glad I'm not Dustin Armbruster's shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. Afterwards, when you talk to Tony Crow, he's going to be talking about a few things, and that's definitely going to be one of them.
Dustin Armbruster, longtime voice of the Hayes High Indians. It is now a third down and 4 after a couple of 5-yard penalties. Hand off to Ian Premer, and Ian has the first down as he drags 3 Hayes High Indians inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 9, but more importantly, first down for HHS. Move the chains and keep the clock running.
That's a pretty class act by both sides. I saw a couple of Hayes guys helping Great Bend guys up, and Great Bend guys helping Hayes guys up. A long time ago, it wasn't like that. And I'm going to say it's social media has kept these kids in contact with each other, and they get to know each other a little bit more than what you're used to. But a long time ago, there'd be some shots delivered in those packs this late in the game. But I think the guys are both just kind of impressed with each other's game. And tonight, Great Bend was just the better football team.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line, handoff going to Connor Holliday. He's going to be wrapped up for a loss of couple on the play. I would add to that, a lot of them will play summer ball together. So they play on the same team, in the summertime. It's just, and social media is also a big part of that as well.
Absolutely. They're seeing each other. They're in communication with each other. They've even got the little social media sites where they egg each other on. But, hey, as long as it's all in fun, I think if that was always the funniest thing is that when you actually meet these guys after high school, when you're in college or down the way,
they're just like you.
They're just like you, and it's kind of funny because every town's got the same kind of guys.
Second down and 12. As the handoff going to Ian Premer again. He plants that left foot, turns up fields inside the 20-yard line, just outside the numbers on the near sideline. And it's going to bring up a third down, 2:20 and counting here. Great Bend on top by a score of 21-0 over Hayes High.
Exactly the kind of drive you want your offense to do. They took the field with 7 minutes and 49 seconds at their own 37-yard line, and they have just milked clock, gone down the field, gotten inside the 20-yard line, and more importantly, had Hayes High burn 2 of their 3 timeouts.
Daxton Minton shotgun formation as Connor Holliday right off to his left, and again the Hayes High Indians jump. This time it was Wyatt Kirkpatrick. He was one of about 3 Indians to jump, and now Daxton Minton, Connor Holliday, and along with the Great Bend's Owen Kaiser having their hands up in the air, exhorting the crowd on here, and the crowd in front of us all standing. And the band is having a jolly old time down here for GBHS.
The significance of that, it moves the chains. First down, Panthers under 2 minutes to play. It's just a matter right now of mathematics and running the clock out. Panthers will come out in a victory formation, but just a great job by the offensive line. You don't know how hard that is to, quote-unquote, hold your water, not wet your pants, when you've got defensive linebackers flying up to the line of scrimmage, coming right through, and you don't move.
You know the coaches are feeling good when the headsets come off, and Aaron Beck just took his headset off as Great Bend snaps the ball. I do not believe Hayes High can stop the clock anymore.
Well, they can, but that's a class act by Tony Crow too. He's gonna leave that one timeout in his back pocket and just kind of concede that tonight Great Bend did a good job of executing their game plan. And again, tonight they were the better football team on the field.
Great Bend coaches doing some fist bumping down below us, and they're going to head to the locker room, celebrate for a few minutes, and hopefully we're going to have Aaron Beck up here a few minutes after the contest is, as we have 40 seconds, clock rolling. They'll do the victory formation one more time, and Daxton Minton will hand the pigskin to the white hat, and the Panther offense on the field comes over to the near sideline. They're jumping, and the rest of the team is lining up for the handshake as Great Bend will host Hayes and defeat Hayes 21-0. Great Bend goes to 7-0, 3-0 in WAC play, while Hayes High will fall to 4-3, and they are 2-1 in WAC play. The other 2 losses.